to me, was like really the beginning of the whole comedy explosion in New York that became the comedy explosion everywhere. And this particular style of comedy that really grew in the 70s, influenced a lot of things. A lot of talk shows, a lot of other comedians. So, and this is my era. It's when I started. So, I love it.
We've always felt, begrudgingly, that this is more than just guys standing up and telling jokes. And in the 70s, I think a vast majority of the comedians broke certain molds and took the best of those before us. And some really unique and original personalities came out of the 70s. And I don't mean to be so presumptuous, but when done right, I think that stand-up comedy is an art form. A few things I want to say about Richard Zoglin, who got me high, fucked me in the ass, gave me drugs, and wrote this fucking filth about me, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm all for satire, but this fucking cocksucker got me so drunk one night, I thought I was blowing E.E. Cummings by the time the night was over. When I met with him at the Café des Artistes, and I realized this guy is so fucking in over his head and so not a student of comedy and from another fucking world. So I ghosted the book for him. I'm a little high, I shouldn't have said that, but it doesn't mean he can't put his name on it and exploit the shit out of it. I'm also shocked to find out that comics did drugs in the 70s, fucked waitresses, and had rivalries, because that to me is this is a scoop. Is time here? Because there's your fucking cover, okay? Thank you. Buy the book.
This is a very good book. I saw it already on the Learning Channel. They had the complete book in its print. It is true that that Zoglin isn't funny, but he was on the scent in this one. He was a fox. And writing about comedy, the result is usually incredibly unfunny. And he continues in that tradition. I'm not interested in laughs. I'm interested in the facts. I didn't know that I was part of a tradition, the comedy community, the comedy industry. I didn't know it. I was doing shtick at the Improv with a men's room there on 44th Street that you hovered above the seat and prayed for the best. He's got a handle on this incredible transition that from stand-up comedy as opposed to our thing, as you know. And it used to be, well, I'll tell you. And then there became some ideas. So this is really a kind of superior book in this field. There have been a number of them. It's not exploitive, and it's really very, very well written. I congratulate you. It sneaked up. You were working, then you'd call me, we'd talk for endlessly, and then you'd call me again, you needed something. I think you got it right. It's a wonderful book.
It was just a great experience and a real privilege to write this book and talk about the era that meant so much to me when I was listening to comedy records and going to the clubs. When I started out the book, I didn't know if I was just sort of going on the hope that all these people would talk to me. I had no idea. And, one by one, everybody did. I had to work hard at some of them, but they all were incredibly cooperative, eager to talk about this era, because I think that, they too wanted to sort of celebrate and commemorate this great era that, for some reason, nobody ever, talked about as an era, as a kind of cohesive era in an art form. One of the nice reviews that I got said this was the subject that has been, hiding in plain sight for 40 years. And I was just happy that I'm the one who got to throw some light on it. So thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the party and enjoy the book.